Senator Weiler.
Thank, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just asking, wondering if the good senator from Utah County could tell us why Rhode Island banned Kratom and then came back and unbanned it a few years later.
I can't speak to Rhode Island, but there are 7 other states that authorized it, then banned it, like Louisiana just in the last year.
Okay, but don't you think Rhode Island discovered some problems with the ban?
I have no idea, honestly, what they did in Rhode Island.
That's not curious to you?
I haven't
Because
looked.
it's really fascinating to me.
I honestly have not looked. I've seen the states that had it legal, and 7 of them have now banned it, including Louisiana.
I think Rhode Island was one of the first to ban it, and they saw fit to unban it, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
Okay, other questions or action? Senator Musselman.
I'll move that we pass out with a favorable recommendation, SB45 Kratom adjustments.
Okay, the motion before us is to favorably recommend Senate Bill 45, Kratom adjustments under Senator McKell's name. Discussion to that motion. Oh, Senator McKay is online. Senator McKay, discussion to the motion.
Thank you very much, Senator Vickers. I was just going to say, listen to the public comment testimony. I think there are, potentially some legitimate reasons to have a regulated access to Kratom. I'm going to vote for the bill, but ask the sponsor to look at, medical options and see if there's not a way that we can, learn from Rhode Island's mistakes. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Other questions or discussion to the motion? Senator Weiler.
Yeah, I probably won't surprise anybody. I'm not going to vote against the bill. I have some serious concerns about selling Kratom in gas stations, but there are so many substances that are helping some people that we've regulated and we have it banned. I don't know why we would single out this one to ban, especially after we just legalized cannabis recently. It's my understanding that Rhode Island brought it back because people were buying Kratom on the black market, and they found it was a bigger problem to ban it than it was. It was a bigger problem by banning it, and it created more chaos than by making it not banned but regulating it. I think what we need is more regulation and less ban, so I'll be voting no.
Okay. Coming back, any further discussion to the motion? Anything online? Okay. Senator McKell?
Thank you. I'm going to be brief. There was one comment that stood out to me. A lot of the opposition described a drug when they described why they were taking it, and they described a drug. But one of the comments actually stood out to me. It was the ChatGPT comment about how that metrageny converts to 7-OH in 0.01%. I'm going to read an ingredient from this is a preferred vendor on the American Kratom Association's webpage, and it says, "You've just found our strongest Kratom shot, Super K Extra Strong. Every bottle features 1,250 milligrams of our broad spectrum extract. This shot contains a total of 1,250 milligrams of Kratom extract with a total of 375 milligrams of metrageny, and it's $30 a bottle. And when you put that formula together, the science is clear that your body metabolizes into 7-OH. I think there may be a place for Kratom. It's not a gas station. There may be medical use, and I'm not opposed to that. If in the future we want to find a regulatory structure to go down the medical route, I think we should. But I trust the pharmacy. I trust Chair Vickers. I trust the doctors. And when you look at the experts that are in this room that have had to deal with this issue in Utah, this is a problem that the testimony was it's only getting worse, and now is the time to act. And if there is a pathway, similar to what Senator McKay said, I think we should find that, but allowing this to continue at this point is not the right path.
Thank you. Senator Musselman.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd like to speak just for a moment. I know that I've made the motion, but I do so hesitantly. I was one of the ones that was an open and vocal supporter of bringing Kratom to Utah and making it legal to sell over the counter. I believe doing so would do a couple things. I could see it coming. I'd read a little bit about it, watched a documentary. I recognized there was some value there as far as I could see on an anecdotal level. And I was also concerned about a black market, establishing it. I'm concerned about a black market establishing after the ban as well. So there's lots of problems here that need to be solved, but the product that came and we talked about, I think it was 5-6 years ago, I'm not sure how long it was that we made it legal, but that product and what's being sold on the shelves today are two different animals. I recognize you can still get the full natural ground powder from the natural leaf. I recognize that, and I think there's probably some viability there, and I think there is a path forward where that could be structured so that it could be prescribed. I don't know what that is. It's difficult though, because I'm just going to say it, Big Pharma's not interested in it because they can't patent it, and so they're not going to do clinical trials. We're not going to have the clinical trials to be able to support the data that it works. And we can have all the anecdotal evidence in the world without those clinical trials. I don't know how we move forward. So I don't have any of the answers, but what I do recognize right now, we have a problem, and it's a big one with our kids and the way it's being sold in gas stations and otherwise. And right now, this is the only way I see forward. That doesn't mean that I'm not open to some other methodology to solve some of the concerns that were of the witnesses before us today. I recognize that that's real, and those are not, when I say anecdotal, that I don't believe their plight. I do. But I think we have a bigger problem to solve here, and that's getting it out of the hands and reach of the kids and on the short term. So with that.
Thank you. So we'll place the motion. We're going to do a roll call vote. And before I do, though, for the lady in the front row that I made the comment to about pharmacists, talk to me later. I wasn't being facetious, so. Yeah, I wasn't being facetious when I gave you those suggestions. I'll talk to you later. So we'll do a roll call vote. Zoe?
Senator Colmore,
Aye.
Senator Ibsen. Senator McKay. Senator Musselman.
Aye.
Senator Pitcher. Senator Sandel.
Aye.
Senator Weiler. Chair Vickers.
Aye. Okay, that passes. We'll rule that passes 7-1 with Senator Weiler saying no. You said no 5 times. Oh, then it's 7-5, I guess. No, 7-1 with Senator Weiler in opposition. Thank you. Okay, let's move back to the agenda now. And I'm sure everybody's going to want to stay for your bill, Representative.
I hope so. I'll make it fast. I know you guys have already voted on this a couple